Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, can we look at the SPY? Freaking the SPY today. Gosh dang it. All right, so today was the inauguration. The market acted pretty sideways in a lot of areas, but the SPY, dude, cranked out a big one. Um, opened up around the 380, 381 mark, 381 more, yeah, I should say, and closing all the way around 384. And then after hours, pushing up to, I think it was 384.57. So up even more after hours, up into right about here-ish, this area. But as far as charts go, I made the mistake this morning of catching this, or actually looking at it kind of late, and I saw in here where we saw a start of a downtrend is what I thought was a downtrend. Bounced in here like that, and then again from, I think it was in here, I went like this, and right, so we tested it here and came back down. I drew the channel right on this bounce here, and we went here and tested. I thought, okay, perfect. Yep, we're going to see another leg down. Then we put in a higher low right here, right? So 1, 2, and then this is higher than this low, but higher than that one. What I failed to do was, look at the bigger picture and at the opening of the day, see this and how this low right here actually bounced perfectly off of this trend, which could have been drawn off of these two lines, right? And so really this was just a little bit of actually what this became was a bull flag. That would classify as a bull flag. And boom, we broke out. And so in here is when I was like, all right, SPY puts, or no, in here I was like SPY puts, maybe it was here, I can't remember, somewhere in this area. And then I texted, okay, trend reversal when it broke out of this, and then we were gone. And so I lost a little bit in here on a trade. And then I flipped it and got back into SPY calls. Sold, I think, in here around at this dip, about an hour and a half later. I could have held and we would have pushed through more, but I was happy with my little return there. I just got to use the small gains, but wow, what a day for the SPY. It's probably going to gap up in the morning. I probably should have held my calls, but I didn't. I flipped them real quick and actually got into Tesla on one of the dips here, which could burn me. We'll see. I want to look at that chart next. But yeah, really great example of a why you should chart the entire thing and why it's important to use the day before chart as well, because honestly, we could extend that. Look, and it just keeps following that. Right here is bounce, right here is bounce. Anyways, I want to take a look at that. Okay, so yeah, probably gonna gap up tomorrow. Really volatile, worth watching. Could see another all-time high tomorrow. Okay, let's look at Tesla. Tesla, wow, put in a really kind of textbook chart today that I wanted to look at with you guys. I put it in here. Let's see if we can find it. Okay, so right in here, Tesla puts in a really good wedge. We have a resistance in here. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all in here touching. Give or take a little bit, if we want to use that candle, it's even better. The top of the wick gets it here, 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 and here. And meanwhile, it's making, oh, that's too much, sorry. An ascending triangle right in here. Like golden, and we actually get an early breakout here. I didn't call anything in the chat, but we get a perfect little breakout of this wedge, boom, into here. So, here is a resistance, and this line becomes a support, of this ascending wedge. It's like my favorite chart is the ascending wedges. They're super easy to find, and, broke out. Then Tesla closed up a little bit in after hours, but not super strong. They did get some good news after hours. They cut the price on the models, the Model Y, I think, in China or something, and then they had a report of 63% increase in registration for new Tesla owners for California in this quarter, thanks to Model Y, which is a really big increase. Okay, wanted to look at ICLN. Slow day on ICLN, really slow, but yeah, really, there's not a whole lot to say here. It just kind of went slow. But what I wanted to look at them for is on the one of the algorithms in Wall Street Bets has iClean as number 4 in the top 10 for most mentioned tickers, and it hasn't made that top 10 that I've ever seen before. So something could be brewing. People are starting to pick up on this. If we go to the daily chart, I still really like it on the daily. Let's take a look at that. Oh, we gotta fix this here a bunch. Even more. Okay, yeah, still on the daily. I like this wedge forming, and I mean this one. How can you not see that, right? I mean, hello, right? 2 touches here, boom. So we're bound for a breakout pretty soon. I have calls for this that are a month out, so hang on to that. Real quick. Okay, more top watches. GameStop is a internet meme at this point. It's a mess. We're flagging here as well. Had a lot of good buy volume today, canceling out the sell. If we go into the minute chart, which we're gonna have to edit this again, which I wish it would just do that for us, but it doesn't. Come on. I just need to have like a minute chart set and a daily chart set. Anyways, GameStop again, big run out of the gate. And this is an older trend line that I had from yesterday, right? It just stays for us to see. So big run out of the gate from GameStop, and in after hours didn't trade a whole lot, but I still think we're gonna see a pretty good push from this tomorrow. Citron Research is saying to short it. They think it's gonna go to $20. Wall Street Bets is saying otherwise. Of course, they're all on the bull train. Kramer actually tweeted about these two, so we'll be seeing what's gonna happen here. Definitely on a lot of people's radars. With that also comes this crazy. It's becoming a meme stock. Is Blackberry. Blackberry obviously does more than phones now. If you look into them, that's not what they do now. Let's take a look at the daily. Actually looks better. I have to edit that. See? And where'd they go? Okay. Daily, right? Blackberry pumping out here. 1, 2, 3 gaps in a row. I think that because it didn't drop off so much here, we could see more follow through tomorrow. And in after hours, BB Blackberry. And when I'm going over here, I'm just going on my phone, Webull, quick access to after hours. After hours, they went up just a little bit. They pushed up almost into 13 again in after hours. So what scares me about this is on the minute, it looks like a descending wedge to me. However, it has held support 3 times. So we'll see what happens there. It's on the top mentions. Palantir trading sideways, but worth looking at because of this. I mean, get rid of that. It's from older trades. We're curling up again, even though it's just hard sell volume, but they can't seem to push it down. Each day is a little bit higher, inching a little bit higher, although we did get less of a wick up today. So we'll see where that goes. Palantir, and then let's see, Tilray. Weed stocks took a hit today, and they've been going strong, so it could be a good entry point, right? Maybe the beginning of a flag here, a little bit longer term play. I don't see them going anywhere fast to the downside because of the new presidency. They tend to lean more towards that way. No political bias there. It's just what their policies that they have. It's what they are. And then NIO, right, in the EV sector again. And then we'll wrap this up. NIO still wrapping up. Now this is interesting because we're starting to see a support form right in here-ish. Right, so this was an all-time high right at about 56, and then we came back down into here, right, and we've got another level of support probably somewhere in there. And then this is starting to form support. So we've got one here and then a touch in here. This broke past it just, then we have 2 wicks below. So we might see a little bit more to the downside, maybe to the 54 levels, but then we could get a push up. And what else are we looking at? AMD, right? We wanted to look at AMD again because we talked about this yesterday. They didn't move a whole lot today. Still a lot of potential. People are big on them. We'll see what happens. Earnings are coming out for a lot of things, so we got to be watching for that. Yeah, they're expected to have higher earnings again. And then last one here, Logitech. Right. Logitech today did exactly what we talked about yesterday, right? That it bounced back from the gap down. or from the push down after earnings. It's back up from 97 into the hundreds. Just barely went into 102 today, right at open, came back down and finished right in the middle. I think that we're probably going to start to see an upside again. Price target got increased by 2 different investment firms for 116. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, if there's anything else you guys want to see tomorrow, want me to look at, I don't know, charts. Hopefully these charts are helping and interesting, just being able to find like supports and resistances and stuff like that. See ya at the opening bell.